Hey, John here. Just looking at the net result of my landscaping project. I finished 4 zones in the backyard after attaching them to the existing zone in the front here. The purpose of this video is just to kind of show off my work and highlight any mistakes that I might have made so it can be critiqued and hopefully fixed. So here we go. This is the tee off from the house. You can see the water comes in here. There's like a valve right here, and then there's a blowout thingy slash backflow, I think. And then it goes out this way, and then it comes down into the ground over here, where it then comes up and meets these 2 valves here. And these 2 zones, which are the red and blue, they feed the lawn over there and the shrubs over there. So this box here was the only one that was existing. There was a line that came out to here and then stopped, and that's where I tapped. So I cut off the existing pipe here and I coupled it with Schedule 40. What I was attaching it to was something that was thinner than Schedule 40, but it was still 1 inch diameter, so looks like it's not leaking or anything. And this is pressurized, and it's already been flushed and tested for leaks, so that's good. So this line extends maybe about 11 and a half inches from the house, and then it comes out here where it continues onward in a straight direction. I can see that I pushed the rock away as much as I could so I could backfill the rock again. Looks like the kids kind of filled in my trenches a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. But that was after I laid the pipe, so should all be good there. I did uncover all the couplers that I used, just to make sure that I could check for leaks in the morning, which is what I did today. So moving on, the pipe continues on straight right up until we get to the, I guess what you'd call this, like a gas fireplace nook type thingy. And it looks to be about maybe 21, 22 inches from that. So if I'm ever looking for that pipe later, that's where it is. Now this line, there was one joint somewhere, either that one or that one, that I didn't really feel very good about, and it kind of only went into the coupler about maybe a centimeter before the cement got a little too strong for me. So I'm hoping that's not like bad juju later. If it is, tell me now so I can fix it before I bury this thing. Let's see, so this actually tees off and then moves closer to the house, because if I continued moving I would smack right into this here fence post, and I would not be properly aligned with the valve box up head. So if we continue this way, and you can see that this one is actually close to maybe 25 inches from the edge of the decking here. And if we keep moving forward, you'll see that I have my electrical line, which is for the valve control, running this way underneath the pipe, which is what they said. I gave plenty of slack here. So this is my valve manifold, and I have 3 zones, as you can see. This one here on the left is my yellow zone, and it is for watering the far east side of the backyard, that whole space there. This middle guy here is my green zone, and that one is responsible for the 3 large sprinklers in the middle. And then there's also the, let's see, which one is this? I think this is the orange zone, and it goes off that way to feed the west side of the backyard. And then this 4th one here is a drip line, so it has to run at a lower PSI than the others. And I did measure the pressure coming in from the line, and it looks like it's unregulated, so it's, you know, somewhere between 80 and 90 PSI. It was really high, so I took it down with these pressure regulators here so I could get nice even spray. I got 40 PSI running into my main lines, and then for my drip line I have a 30 PSI pressure regulator. And so this is actually going to be buried 1/2 inch distribution line, and that's going to be buried with this pipe here. Yes, buddy?
Can you get me cereal, please?
Yeah, I'll get you cereal in just a minute, okay, buddy?
Okay.
Okay. And so let's go over the first zone, I guess, just to show you where it is. It just extends out from the valve box, which is going to be covered by this puppy right here. It extends out this way along with zone 2, and they tee off here. I have a 45-degree that goes out that way, and then it feeds out to here. There's a middle pop-up here, one there, and then there's one that finally reaches out there. This guy continues this way to feed these. The trencher, when I used it, kind of started to arc a little bit as it would dig. It wouldn't dig really straight, well, perfectly straight, I should say. And maybe they don't really, but you can see there's kind of a curve to the trench. And that's going to be true for a lot of the trenches that I dug. And so in order to get the straight line through, there's a little bit of a bending that I did here. So I kind of extended this guy out. It kind of butts up against the wall here and then starts to arc the other way. And you can see that I tried to fix the kinking a little bit by adjusting the trencher here. But it's not perfect, and it still bends the pipe. I hope that amount of bend is okay. I think it'll be able to handle it, but if not, let me know before I bury this so I can fix it. Now I did do a sprinkler head test yesterday and flushed everything out. But you can see that there's still some moisture at these leads here and here, kind of where the 1/2 inch meets my 1 inch line. And I think this is, I'm assuming this is normal to have a little bit of leak there. So if it's not, let me know, and I guess I'll do whatever I can to fix that, maybe tighten those up. Not sure. This is my first and probably only underground project here. So this line extends, as you can see, again, not perfectly straight, but straight enough to get me all the way down to the end. So just keep in mind, if you're trying to dig up this line, it is not straight. So sorry about that, whoever's working on this later. And then this line comes out here and then meets my spot. This is roughly based on a plan that I got free from Rainbird. So I drew them a map of my yard and where I wanted grass and such, and then they planned out all my zones for me, which was very nice. So I bought all their products. I noticed I haven't put the right nozzles on there yet. I was gonna do that after I had finished burying everything. So hopefully that makes sense. And this line extends all the way to the end here. At this end there's gonna be some I don't know, pavers or something that go all the way up and down here. Yes? Yes, I'll get you cereal in just a minute, buddy. Okay? Okay, I'll be out there in a minute. Love my boy. And so this comes all the way to the end here. Again, it should be lined with pavers and such. But that's for the future. Just have to use your imagination for now. These are all evenly positioned, so that one is the same distance as that one, which meets that one and that one and that one. There's a total of 5 that line this grass boundary here, or soon to be grass boundary. So that's zone 1. Let's see, I can't think of any other issues I ran into in this line, other than the slightly bendy trenches, which, again, I don't know how much of a problem that is, but it is what it is. So I've got this other line. This is my second or middle backyard zone, and this one kind of tees off here and goes out that way to feed the middle one guy, and then the other one here. This is my full round sprinkler. This one comes up just to show you where it goes, and then this one goes this way all the way up to my next sprinkler. And so this sprinkler only has 3 zones. I don't know why Rainbird planned it that way, but they know stuff and I don't know stuff, so so I did what they said. There is some stuff that I deviated from, though, out of necessity, mostly having to do with trenching paths and things of that nature. Zone 3, oh, and I should mention, I guess, I don't know if it's important, but I put the pressure regulators on the outlet side of the valve, and I don't know if that's right, because I couldn't find any information one way or the other. It probably doesn't matter, since this is just a valve. But I put them on the outlet side so that I could have differential pressure, so I could have 40 on my main lines, and then these are high flow 40s, and then this guy is 30 psi, so he's a lower pressure than the rest of my lines. This last line here comes out to here. It is a little bit shallow. As you can see, it's only about maybe 9 or so inches deep from the bottom of the trench, which I think is a little shallow for Central Oregon, but this is really hard to dig and I was tired, so this is my little lazy part right here. Don't tell anybody. Shh. So this is my line, and it extends this way, and it goes all the way here to feed this one. And just for reference, this is about maybe 22, 23 inches from the edge of the deck here, in case I need to find that pipe later. Continues on this way. I did make a couple of mistakes here that I did fix. I was actually originally going to head out and feed the far section of this zone via this line, which is what Rainbird suggested I do as far as trenching goes, but I thought it was easier just to go straight, and so I trenched that, and then I changed my mind and decided to go the other way. I actually had originally piped it that way too, so I had this 45-degree angle doohickey, but as you can see, that joint was really crooked, like obscenely crooked. And so instead of keeping it, I decided to just cut it out, and I replaced it with a couple couplers and some additional line, and just decided to go straight on. So I'll be just burying that with nothing inside of it. I also made a mistake here. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like this extension pipe here was not flush, so it's aiming a little bit upward, and so it kind of shoots up. If I should fix that before I bury it, let me know. Or if this is no big deal, whatever. But you can see that this kind of elevates up, and then this flex pipe goes back down into my sprinkler head, just because of how I miss bonded that T there. So this actually extends all the way out here and then comes out this way. And then just for posterity, the measurement between the deck here and the pipe is about 25, maybe 26 inches. So I can find that later. And then I've got some lines here. Then I have one all the way here hiding in the corner of the house. And you can see I butted against some kind of a rock or something that was part of the foundation. I don't think this is a big deal, but because it's not really in the way of my pipes, but it does mean that this flex pipe will be sitting on hard surface rather than dirt. Don't know if that's okay, if there's something I should do to kind of protect it. No idea. So this one, along with my 1/2 inch line, continues this way, and then my west line has a outlet here, or a sprinkler here, and then it also follows my 1/2 inch this way, another sprinkler, and then it comes all the way down to the end. And you can see that this pipe is just about in line with the edge of the house. So in case I'm looking for it, that's exactly where it is. And then this line is going to be feeding this corner here. My drip line, my 1/2 inch drip line, continues this way. I don't know if you can see that because of the contrast, but there it is. And then it comes up all the way out here, and I've just got it loose for now. But my plan is to have it pop out here, and then I will feed some future garden of some kind. So my plan is to bury the 1/2 inch drip distribution line. If that's a bad idea, let me know. I did do some looking online. It said it was fine to bury, but they recommend keeping it pressurized while you bury it so it doesn't kink underground. So I will be doing that. If there's any other comments or questions or suggestions that you might have about this project, let me know. If there's anything I should fix before I bury these lines, definitely let me know that. And so that's it.